Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and this is episode 21 of the Powder Coat Industrial Finishing System line. We're doing punch list items this week because we don't even make punch lists until we see that light at the end of the tunnel. We don't make a punch list, and we see the light at the end of the tunnel. So punch list items are in progress, and the punch list is always subject to change. Maybe I'll switch the camera around and show you what my punch lists look like and what we do and how we complete a job. And punch lists always get approved by the customer. We have our own issues. We go, hey man, we got a water leak over here we need to fix. He didn't know about the water leak. He didn't care about the water leak, but we can't leave a water leak. But any cosmetic items, or we've got a mess somewhere, or there's a stack of pallets where there shouldn't be some, we punch list stuff from the customer. We punch list stuff for ourselves. So let's go over that and show you what the light at the end of the tunnel looks like. Well, here's one of my punch lists. You give them a square box to check off. Install roll-up door. Check it off when you're done. Install belt guards. Check them off when you're done. Screws and trim screws in clean room complete. Broom sweep clean room. See, that hasn't been done. Drill and tap blow off washer. Blow off on washer, install wall channels, blah blah blah. It just goes on and on. And see, we add to it there. We added a couple other things. Install the AC duct, flash the I-beam on the clean room, flash the sprinklers on the clean room, install a ball valve that we forgot to put in, pressure test boiler in process. That's in process right now. Anchor AC units. We had a water leak at the domestic water connection we had to fix. We had to clean out the washer tanks, make sure they were devoid of screws and metal chips and plastic shavings. So there's a lot of little things we had to do. So, and we're doing startup this week. So that's how we do. That's how we start punch listing. But this is subject to change. I won't hesitate to add a line if I find something that needs attention. I'll add a line. Well, let's go take a look at a washer real quick. I'm going to show you what a washer looks like when it's running. We did start it. Here's a little video clip of that. You got a clogged nozzle already. Left side, in by the end cap, far nozzle. See it peeing? Yeah, the one closest to me is a little clogged too. Did you fill tank 2? We got water in tank 2? Okay. There she goes. Is that 30 hertz? 40? That's a little weak. Is the pump cavitating? Did the water drop a bunch in the tank? It sounded like it was sucking air. Oh, running backwards, that would cause it too. They work both ways. And now we're going to take a walk around and take a look at the process piping that we put in. And we had a little sway in the process piping. Every time a high volume of water changes directions, your pipes can move. And with PVC, it'll eventually break. Even though we use Schedule 80, we use a really heavy CE PVC pipe. But If you got some wiggle, it's going to end up breaking. So let's go take a look at how we anchored it. Okay, so we're on test here. We've got pressure in that gauge, and this is the hot side of our system. So we got pressure here, we got pressure all the way out to here. All valves are open. And we got pressure down here, valve open. So we're pressure testing the hot side. The only way to pressure test the cold side, which is the plastic over here, this is cold side, we have to start the pumps. Our pumps create the pressure in these pipes here. But we did have some. We did start it, and we had some pipe vibration. So we made some rubber straps and stacked some blocks in there. Put a couple of square tubes in and welded them in. Some rubber strapping, which is the same as this stuff here, and made some straps and strapped them down. We got a couple more underneath on the way across. There's two more there, and we'll walk over to the other side and show you the bag filter. There's another double stack of square tube, another rubber strap there. Got a kickstand up here, or a hockey stick, whatever you want to call it, but we put one there. And we still was getting a little bit of wiggle, so we put a couple of beam clamps back here, just beam clamped it to this channel, and then we made another rubber strap there. So she's strapped down pretty good. This whole system, let's make a little wall right here. I can't really get back far enough to show you the whole thing. I only widen my lens. Oh, there you go. But as you can see, there was a lot of overhang up here, and our process piping when the pump was running was moving quite a bit. And eventually you'll bust a flange or break the glue down at a flange there or at a flange there, or bust a T. You'll end up damaging it somewhere, and you'll end up with a leak. But we're ready for another pressure test, and we're going to start this motor. This is the recirculation motor for the cold side, just to heat the water. So we're going to start this motor and run it probably for a couple hours and make sure we don't have any leaks. We did it. We had one yesterday. We only ran it for about 5 minutes. We had a loose flange over at the tank. Actually, you can still see the wet on the floor, but we had that flange back there was loose, and we had a gauge right here that didn't have any tape on it, so it stands to reason that that would leak. Those are hell to find because they drip down and run down here, then they drip down to the bottom one. You go, oh man, is it the bottom one leaking? Is it a weld? What is it? So it was just the gauge was just hand tight. No one put any tape on it. No one tightened it. So pressure test up next, but we got to run the pump. Okay, so we're on a pressure test. We've got a black hose is hooked up to just city water. We got a garden hose, and we brought it in, and then there's little air bleeds right here. There's little air bleeds all over the place, and we burped all the air out of it, and then we started this pump. This pump is currently running. Very quiet, but pump's making pressure. And we're pulling in, city water, and the pump, she's adding to the city water pressure. City water pressure here is about 45, so the pump adds about a 5 psi boost to that. So that's coming into the heat exchanger. We're getting just a shade over 50. I'd call that maybe 52. And then there's your pressure drop. That's coming out of the heat exchanger, and I'm going to call that 45. So you do get quite a bit of a pressure drop between incoming and outgoing. But right now we're looking for leaks. If we got a leak here, if we got a bad weld fitting, if we got a bad gasket, forgot to put in a gasket, whatever, we're going to see it. We're looking for water. So like here, there's a place that needs investigating. There's one little drop there, and it might be as simple as, oh look, there's a plug there. Didn't you see it? It'd be as simple as tightening a plug. Or tightening a gauge. I found a loose gauge the other day. It might be the air bleed. We can check that by turning off, see if that leak goes away. So we just go around and get real scrutinized with it, and we check our welds in the welded pipe we put in. And with the city water hooked up and the pump running, we're burping all the air out of the boiler right here. So as you can see there, we got pressure up top. No boiler fire, but we're not firing the boiler, but we're looking for leaks around this flange. That would indicate that we've got a weld leaking, and that could be up in our joints here or here. They'll just run down the insulation and get right there. We air pressure checked it, but it's better to do it with water. Get all the air out of it once and for all, and check it. See, we got a little black spot there. Oh, well, that's my hose connection. I'm not worried about that. And we did start up. See a wet spot? We started up. We forgot we welded in an extra bung right here. We're being nice guys. We left a bung in there for him. And then I left the plug out of it like I had good sense, and we fired her off. What a gusher. Okay, well, we got the first air conditioner duct hung, as you can see, off the hockey sticks. And they're just a simple trapeze that come down under the duct, and then there's unistrut below the duct. So it's like a trapeze setup. Yeah, it just dead ends over right there. But there's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 registers there as general dump air makeup back into the building, or just recirculation, not air makeup. And it takes its air from that V-bank right there, intake filter, so it just pulls air in there and dumps it out in the upper plenum. And they came along and bolted it to the floor, so the AC unit is permanent there now. As you can see, my floor is filthy. This needs a sweep out and a clean out. We've still got more duct to go in around over here. That's probably going to happen today, tomorrow, whatever. Doors. That door got hung about a week ago, but I got other doors over here. So their man door finally came in, and I was able to install that one. So now that we've got we got a man door here. Nice. I hung a cord down the other side. Oh, it's the cord for my roll-up door. We got temporary power supply right here for this roll-up door here. And this is one of those like a forklift door for a meat locker. It's not a steel door, but it's a vinyl door. Very quiet, reasonably fast. And it was all aluminum construction. The whole thing's all aluminum. And this is just a sheet of vinyl, like a heavy banner or tarp or something. So, but it's they call it a roll seal. So it's actually a sealed door. So they use those in, like walk-in refrigerators and meat lockers and stuff like that. But for getting forklifts in and out, it's pretty quick. Click. And it's plug and play too. Everything plugs in. There's Amphenol connectors. It comes with a driver board. It's already pre-programmed. You only have to set a couple of things. And then there's a power supply there, and they give you a temporary cord. I just got it plugged in temporary, but they give you a temporary cord to run it, and then that gets hardwired later. But they even give you the start, stop, push buttons already pre-wired. All you do is mount one on the wall, poke a hole in the wall, and put your other one in. Pretty slick. So roll seal, it's only like the second one I've ever put in, but super easy, very lightweight, no drum to hang. Literally the whole thing, you build it on the ground and just stand it up and screw it to the wall. Last night we got the big oven into high fire. We don't have any roof vents done yet, so we didn't want to run it for too long, but we did get her into high fire, and we know it'll make it there. So we know that. This oven here is currently running. I smell something. No, she ain't making heat yet. That's the actual temperature inside the oven. But no, that one's just getting started up right now. And this is all PLC controlled. We established a link via Cat5, this Cat5 cable right here. We had to put that in, I think yesterday, to establish a link and link up the two ovens and get something going over to GAT. So there's some guy sitting at a desk over in St. Louis tweaking stuff here in Indiana. Okay guys, well, we're here on a soft Michigan morning. It is Friday, and we had to attend an event, and we weren't able to get back to the job. So what you see is what you get. This is going to be the end of week 21 at the trailer processing plant powder coating line. All right, I hope you enjoy your Saturday morning. It is drizzly and rainy, and it's still fairly warm. It's kind of nice out here. So enjoy the video, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.